Good evening, I'm Grayson Taylor.
And I'm Margaret Chase.
We have all of your latest news, sports, entertainment, and more.
All that and more coming up on the Monday Night Roar.
Clemson University experts are planning to take part in virtual reality training programs whose focus is to help integrate veterans back into the workforce. The $317 million plan's goal is to remake the U.S. textile manufacturing industry into a high-tech business. Advanced Functional Fabrics of America has predicted that this training will increase more than 50,000 jobs in the United States industries by 2025.
On Wednesday, Clemson will hold its inaugural Give Day to unite the Clemson family in support of student, faculty, and facility needs. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., students and staff will be at the Social Media Listening Center to respond in real time to donors. Events will be held for faculty and students alike throughout the day.
The Career Center of Clemson University will be hosting a free event, New to Campus, Unleash Your Inner Tiger, The Innovation of You, will present on different majors found around campus and inspire students to start pursuing their professional interests and to also develop skills that can be applied to any career goal. The event will take place on April 9th from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and both breakfast and lunch will be provided. The agenda for the event is posted on the university's website.
Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the Watt Family Innovation Center, Dr. Daryl Scriven is holding a workshop that will educate and assist all Clemson students in improving their understanding of financial concepts so they can make educated choices and take action to improve their financial well-being. Participants will also view a 30-minute documentary called Overcoming Student Loan Debt. A reception will immediately follow the program and will feature local banking and financial representatives.
Clemson's John E. Walker Department of Economics is ranked 8th in Southern universities in faculty research productivity. The department moved up 10 places from 18th compared to 90 different schools from the South that are ranked on their research contributions. Now, let's hear from Trevor with a look at the weather over the next couple of days.
Thanks, Grayson. The weather this weekend and today was great. Find out if it's going to stick around for the rest of this week.
The South Carolina Botanical Garden will hold its annual plant sale on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Their semi-annual fundraiser will feature all types of plants, including landscapes, annuals, perennials, vegetables, and herbs for your home and garden. Most plants are grown on-site using natural production methods.
Clemson University was ranked number 7 on the list of best public schools and colleges for animation education and is in the top 20% of all animation schools in the nation. Animation Career Review ranked Clemson number 40, putting us in the top 20% of best schools for this major. The site recognized the excellence of several Clemson programs for aspiring animators.
Hopefully the weather will look up for Friday when the spring concert series in the Botanical Gardens continues this weekend with Oconee County's own Acoustic Connections performing live. This Americana trio features 3 multi-talented artists, all combining to create Acoustic Connections' signature folky sound. The concert will be held on Friday night at 7 p.m. in the Garden Amphitheater, and admission is free.
Nimrata Sengupta is learning how environmental toxicants and freshwater systems affect organisms in the ecosystem, which can be used to determine water quality. Sengupta is an environmental toxicology doctoral student. She is determining how being exposed to the chemicals atrazine and triclosan affects starvation survival and the reproduction of Daphnia magna, or water fleas.
Clemson Live will be hosting a drive-in movie event this Saturday night in the C1 parking lot. The popular movie Sisters, starring Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, will be the flick of the night, beginning at 7:45 p.m. The event is free with your CU ID, and popcorn and drinks will be provided.
Clemson is home to students from across the globe. Katie Davidson talked to the Director of International Services to find out about the experiences of Clemson's international students.
From China to India to over 90 other countries across the globe, the international students at Clemson make up a sizable minority. Though they speak other languages and come from different countries, they're in search of the same Clemson experience, and the Office of International Services is helping them do just that. I'm Katie Davidson, and this is what's happening inside Clemson. When planning for a vacation, there are things to pack, papers to gather, and plans to be made. But when moving across the globe to attend college, the planning takes on a whole different level. Tina Roustelot de Saint-Saurent and her team at International Services work with students to make their transition as seamless as possible.
Our primary focus in international services is providing the immigration support services. However, we also provide some cultural adjustment orientation programs, as well as help to coordinate the communication between community and student organizations that offer ongoing cultural programming throughout the year.
These students from all around the globe come to Clemson for a better education and join groups and organizations across campus as they become members of the Clemson family.
They're engaged in research, they're engaged in their academic programs, from their country of origin that they spend time with on the weekends and in their free time. So they're very actively engaged and busy.
As they enrich themselves by attending Clemson, they also bring new ideas and cultures to South Carolina, exposing Clemson students to the world around them.
Well, I really do believe that we bring the world to Clemson.
International Services works with the Office of Global Engagement to expose both domestic and international students to different experiences. As the university puts plans in place to increase diversity on campus, International Services is seeing the benefits that international diversity has at Clemson.
By bringing these international students to the university and supporting them with their academic and career goals, we're building a bridge between the U.S. and the home country that student came from.
From Clemson University, I'm Katie Davidson for Inside Clemson.
Thank you, Katie. Nationally known poets and authors, along with local residents, will read from their works at the Clemson Literary Festival this Wednesday through Friday. A highlight of the festival will be a public reading by Pulitzer Prize winner Charles Simic, former Poet Laureate of the United States, at 8 p.m. Thursday at the Clemson Alumni Center. The full schedule is online at clemson.edu/litfest.
This weekend in athletics will give Tiger fans a taste of football at the spring game at 2:30 p.m. at Memorial Stadium. They can also come out for the Be a Tiger Field Day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Jervey Meadows or join the Walk for Veterans that will begin at the President's Home at 10 a.m. A schedule of events for the day can be found online at clemsontigers.com.
Tomorrow night in the Brooks Center for Performing Arts, the Clemson's men and women choirs will perform repertoires from various musical styles. The concert will begin at 8 p.m. in the main auditorium. Admission is $8 for adults and $5 for students.
Tiger Roar, Clemson's very own men's a cappella group, will be performing live at the Brooks Center on Saturday night at 7 p.m. for their annual spring concert. It will showcase their unique and creative arrangements of current music, including top 40, classic rock, alternative, and hip-hop. You won't hear any instruments but their voices and will enjoy excellent music, synchronized choreography, fun costumes, and the unforgettable Tiger Roar energy. Tickets are $7 for students and $10 for adults.
This past Saturday, hundreds of runners came out to participate in the Clemson Color Run, dubbed the happiest 5K on the planet. Participants were doused from head to toe in colored powder, followed by a finish line celebration. The 2016 run marks the 5th anniversary of the Color Run, and to celebrate, they revamped the event to include island-style themes featuring tropical decor and music.
Tiger Paw Productions announced a few weeks ago that international pop star Jason Derulo will perform in Memorial Stadium on Saturday, April 16th. Tickets are still available to students and the public but are going quickly. They can be purchased at the Hendricks Student Center box office and online at Ticketmaster.com.
As registration for fall classes begins this week, students should remember to visit iRoar online to view their registration time ticket. Advising appointments must be made to clear you for registration, and students should check to see if they have any holds on their accounts to ensure a smooth registration process. Now, let's hear from Nick with the newest movies in theaters, on DVD, and online.
Hello and welcome back to Showtimes. Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice remained on top of the box office this weekend, beating out Zootopia with just over $50 million. Although the superhero film remained at number 1, the bigger story remains that the second weekend drop for Batman v Superman was over $100 million, making it one of the largest week 2 drop-offs in box office history. The film is currently hovering just below $700 million worldwide, but if it can't break $1 billion before it leaves theaters, Warner Brothers might have a tough decision to make about the future of their DC extended universe. In other news this week, you can check out 2 new wide releases, the largest of which is Melissa McCarthy's The Boss. Don't see that. It looks terrible. The other option is Hardcore Henry. The first-person action movie looks like it could be both extremely fun and disorienting at the same time. Not sure how good it'll actually be, but if I had to recommend one of the two, go with Hardcore Henry. But who cares about all that? Because starting tomorrow, you can rent Star Wars The Force Awakens from Redbox. So actually, forget what I just said. Don't go to the theater this weekend. Just rent Star Wars and watch it for the 5th time, like I plan on doing. Netflix doesn't have anything new this week, but you should check out their new releases because April 1st saw dozens of great new releases hit the streaming service that I mentioned last week. That's all the news I have for you this week. Check back weekly for more movie news and recommendations, and if you want to see my full-length movie reviews, you can find me on YouTube at Not a Film Critic. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nick. Downtown Greenville's beloved Chocolate Mousse Bakery is now under new ownership by 3 Clemson graduates that decided to move back to the upstate to pursue this business venture together. The Chocolate Mousse will remain downtown, but will be a few blocks south on Main Street from the Moose's original home, which will allow the cupcake operation to grow its cafe side.
Looking for a gift for the golfer in the family? Buy a chance to win a round of golf at one of the Carolinas' exclusive golf clubs and help support turf grass research. The money raised helps pay for turf grass research projects at both Clemson and NC State University golf courses. The annual Rounds for Research Fund drive will be held online from April 1st to 10th. Between 250 and 300 certificates for rounds at golf courses will be auctioned off this year on www.biddingforgood.com/EIFG. Rounds for Research is due to the partnership between the Environmental Institute for Golf, Carolina's GCSA, and golf courses throughout the Carolinas.
8-year-old Hugh Faulkner of Greenville is the new regional winner of the Drive, Chip, and Putt Championship, a competition that tests the basic golf skills of youngsters ages 7 to 15. On Sunday, he will compete in the national finals on the home course of the Masters at the Augusta National Golf Club, a right that many golf fans spend years hoping for.
Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama all received severe storms that resulted in tornadoes this weekend. These storms brought down trees and power lines and also damaged homes. No injuries have been reported, but it is said that these storms could be heading for the Carolinas.
Bluebell Creameries found listeria contamination last year in some equipment at its Brenham plant and believes it spread in the drainage system of its Oklahoma plant, the company said in a recent report for the Food and Drug Administration. The company began selling its ice cream in Texas again last August after an investment from Fort Worth billionaire Sid Bass.
An 11-year-old boy in Easley was rescued from a well Sunday after he fell 30 feet. The fire department says that the boy found a ledge to stand on in the waist-deep water at the bottom of the well. The rescue lasted about an hour, and the boy only suffered from some scrapes and bruises. Lastly, here's Trevor to tell us about the weather and the upcoming spring game.
Thank you, Grayson. It's been sunny all day long, and it's going to continue for the next several days. But right now, it is a little bit toasty. Temperatures are in the low 70s. It does feel good, though. Humidity is low 30%, and it is breezy out there. The winds are about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the heat index, we don't have to worry about that right now. Taking a look at the weather for the rest of this week, sunny skies will persist until Thursday, where the chance of rain does spike up to about 50% on Thursday. But then sunny skies do continue for the rest of the week and into the weekend. Temperatures will be steady in the 60s, lower, mid, and upper 60s throughout this week. Today was the warm day, 78. The overnight lows will be in the 40s and 50s, and we might even touch in the mid-30s next weekend. So wrapping out with the bottom line, as you can see, sunny and dry every day but Thursday this week. Again, a slight chance of a thunderstorm will be then. Beautiful weekend is expected. Again, those temperatures are going to be in the 60s and 70s. And lastly, make sure that you follow Tigervision at CU Tigervision on Twitter and Instagram, and make sure to like us on Facebook at Tigervision. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Trevor, for keeping us up to date.
Be sure to like us and follow us on Facebook and Twitter for up-to-the-minute news.
We'll see you next week on the Monday Night Roar.